everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. Make sure you like and share the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We is about to start doing reviews on a new TV show called Our Kind of People. And season one, episode one, is called Reparations. The show did start a few weeks ago. It premiered on the 21st of September on Fox. So we are a few shows behind, but never fear, never fear. We will be catching up really, really quickly. But again, make sure you like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys had a chance to check out this show so that you can give me your thoughts on episode one. I will be doing a review on episode two later, so I'll be uploading that in a little bit. But right now we're going to focus on episode one, which again was called Reparations. Excuse me. And I want to give you a list of some of the names of some of the people that are like the main cast, the main characters in this show. We have Yaya DaCosta as Angela Vaughn. We know her from Take the Lead, The Butler, Whitney, In Time, and All My Children. Debbie Morgan as Piggy, or Aunt Piggy. We know her from All of My Children as Dr. Angela Hubbard, Angela Baxter Hubbard, Eve's Bayou, and Love and Basketball. Nadine Ellis as Leah Franklin DuPont. She's a Jamaican actress known for her roles in Let's Stay Together. Lance Gross as Tyreek Chapman. We know him from Tyler Perry's Meet the Browns, The Pain, Star, Deuces, The Last Fall, and much more. Ryan Nicole Brown as Lauren DuPont, who played in Tyler Perry's For Better or For Worse, Empire, Lincoln Heights, and several others. Alana K. Bright as Nikki Vaughn from Homeschool Musical, Class of 2020, and Stars in the House. Kyle Berry as Quincy DuPont from Jenny and Georgia, The Oath and Blacker, and Bull. Joe Morton as Teddy Franklin, and we all know him as Olivia Pope's father in Scandal. He also played in a lot of other things: Terminator 2, American Gangster, All My Children. Morris Chestnut as Raymond DuPont. We know him from The Brothers. Our boy Ricky, who died in Boys in the Hood, The Best Man, Girls Trip, and so much others. A lot of these stars in this show are vets. A lot of them are vets. A few of them I don't really recognize or know very much about, but most of them do have like a lot of movies, a lot of plays, TV shows. They got a lot of accolades behind their name. But yes, this show, which again is called Our Kind of People, is set in Oak Bluffs, Massachusetts. It's an American drama television series premiered on Fox on the 21st of September. The series was created by Karen Geis, inspired by a 1999 book of the same name by Lawrence Otis Graham. The series follows the journey of a single black mother, Angela Vaughn, as she sets out to reclaim her family's name. But she soon discovers a dark secret about her mother's past that will turn her world upside down. And we about to get all into this, y'all. I'm so ready to start doing reviews on this show. Again, like and share the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Now, we're going to first start off. The episode starts off with Piggy and her niece Angela and her niece's 17-year-old daughter, Nikki, and they're traveling from Boston to Oak Bluffs. And they're driving along, blasting James Brown's song Super Bad. The ladies is just living it up, laughing, singing, enjoying one another. Their hair blowing in the wind in that gorgeous drop top of Angela's. The weather is gorgeous and beautiful enough for them to even stop off at the beach on their way to Oak Bluffs. And might I just say, before I forget that I love the closeness that's shown between Angela and her aunt Piggy, even though I think and pretty soon it's going to be a little tension there. And if you've seen this first episode, you'll see why I said that. But anyway, at the beach, Angela, she went through like a wave of emotions, reminiscing about her mother, Evelyn Vaughn, also known as Eve or Mama Eve. And no, it was several flashbacks in this episode. But this one was Angela. She was thinking back to the day when her mother had stopped her father from visiting her. And it was actually the first time that she was ever to meet her father. But due to him trying to pay her mother off to like keep her a secret, she set her free. She was like, "Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you." One of my famous settings when you're trying to get somebody out your house. But evidently, after that, Angela's mother ended up raising her as a single parent. Now realizing that her mother Eve must have had a better way of living in mind for her daughter, Angela is now set on to paying homage to her mother as well as leaving a legacy for her daughter, Nikki. Angela, thanks to her mother and thanks to a small business incubator program by Franklin Holdings, Angela was able to open or get startup money for her business. So now she owns the old boarding house over on Deloitte Street, which happens to be the exact same place where her mother first started doing hair back in the day for all the maids. Her mother used to have, as they said, all the ladies dyed, fried, and laid to the side. And their hair care product passed down from Angela's mother is called Eve's Crown, which obviously represents her mother Eve, and it represents also freedom. And I definitely need to remind myself to get one of those t-shirts that Angela was wearing. I want me one of those shirts so bad. I'm about to call my t-shirt guy. But yeah, I like the shirt that she had on they drive up. You know, it had on there Harriet, Rosa, Shirley, Angela, Tamika, representing some of the black superwomen of our time, some of our black heroes for fighting for black rights and equality. And again, I need to get me that shirt. So shout out to Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Shirley Chisholm, Angela Davis, and Tamika Mallory. Yes, I will be wearing y'all shirt. But anyway, again, because of Angela's mother looking out for her, she now owns the old boarding house over on Deloitte Street. And she is ready to make waves in this new community that she has never stepped foot in. And then later, we meet up with the DuPonts for the first time. Raymond, which is Morris Chestnut, his wife Leah, their kids Quincy and Lauren, they were arriving back in Oak Bluffs by jet. And for a first glance, you just see this couple and their children. They're just oozing money and high class status. They just look like generational wealth was nothing for them. They got money. They got it like that. I wish I could fly anywhere I want in a jet. But anywho, I gotta stick with my Equinox. But yeah, I think my favorite scene to reflect the DuPont's elite status for this episode was when Angela tried handing Leah a check. Like after Angela was running down her business endeavors to the DuPont, she was bragging and boasting, because she's real proud. But she takes pride in everything that she does and everything that she's accomplished, after her mother's gone. And she was trying to get Leah her donation. And did y'all see the way Leah was looking down at Angela like that check was a piece of on a log? Man, she must have snubbed her nose up at Angela in so much disgust, telling her that the donation box is at the entrance. I was like, no, she didn't. Aunt Pig was like, I don't know why Miss Thang Thang couldn't just take that money from you. But yeah, that was the first event that Angela attended with her DA friend Josephine, and also the place where her mother used to work. And during the party, Angela, she still had her father on her mind. She had mentioned that her father could be very well at the party without her even knowing that he's there because she hasn't seen him in years. So, not even probably knowing what he looks like or could look like, he could have been standing right beside her at the party. But she didn't run into anyone who she assumed was her father. She did, however, get introduced to that sexy ass chocolate drop, Tyreek. Ooh, child, I've always loved me some Lance. He is just way too fine, y'all. Way too fine. But Angela, she spotted that eye candy across the floor as well as he was enjoying her view. She turned around and told her aunt, "We are not in Boston anymore, y'all." No, we not. But just the way he held her leg when removing her heels, the way he was just holding her by her calves, after she broke one of her heels on the cobblestone, and how he was looking her up and down like she was sure. I was like, Whew. He is just too much. He's just too smooth for me. Just too smooth. But yeah, Angela was in the Bluffs for one purpose and one purpose only. But she might have to make rooms in her plans for a love interest. I see. But again, she didn't happen to run into her father. But her daughter Nikki met someone who was also very handsome and intriguing, which was Quincy. And Quincy, we know, is the son of Raymond and Leah DuPont. And he is definitely, from what I can tell, he seems more laid back and outgoing than his sibling and his sister. Lauren, on the other hand, I don't know why she was acting real jealous and insecure over Nikki having a conversation with Quincy. I was like, is that your man or is that your brother? Like, why are you so rude? She was extremely rude, cutting Nikki off when she was trying to introduce herself, which is why Nikki said, I guess they don't teach manners in the sunken place. I was like, get her, Nick Nack, get her. That's what I'll call all my friends named Nikki. But yeah, Taylor was like, I see you, new girl. We sure need some fresh blood around here. But yeah, both Taylor and Quincy, they took a liking to Nikki right away, right out the gate. Lauren again, she was like, whatever. And she couldn't believe that Taylor had invited Nikki to join them for a boat party the very next night. And when she did go to that boat party, I was like, what the hell? Ain't no chaperones up in here. Somehow Taylor done fell overboard. And she's lucky to be alive as well as DuPonts are lucky not to be facing any charges, any fines. At least I don't think so. But especially, since the kids, they were all underage. They was smoking, they was drinking, they was turning up, okay? Turning up, including Miss Nikki. And I don't know what happened with the DuPont kids, but Angela did end up grounding Nikki for drinking and smoking at the party. Now, even though she had only one drink, she's underage and then already got in trouble at school. So, she was like, hey, we mothers from the hood and stuff, we ain't going for that stuff. You grounded. Get your butt on in there. The other kids, they probably got a timeout, probably got their music taken away for a day or their cell phone, something like that. But anyway, she did, however, was allowed to go to the Gracie's social event meeting, or should we say she had no other choice but to go. And just when I was feeling like I know I'm not going to be too fond of Lauren, I started feeling sorry for her. Like at that meeting, Taylor had placed her phone in Nikki's bag on the boat. And when Nikki told Lauren that she had seen the videos of her kissing Taylor, Lauren was pissed, to say the least. And I really hate how people are sometimes forced out of the closet. But what went down doesn't give Lauren the reason to be so mean to Nikki. Like, she was really mean. She was really angry with her, even warning her to keep her mouth quiet. I was like, she was just so nasty. But yeah, already there's a little drama jumping off on the first episode, including at the board meeting, or should I say after the board meeting, where Leah had confronted her father, Teddy, about bribing local zoning officials while she was finishing the stadium contract. He done told her, we do this so that we can keep our heads up high and the least of us never has to break his back in the cotton fields again. Now, I understand his thought process of wanting to do whatever it takes for his legacy so nobody's broke, living paycheck to paycheck. But what he did was wrong. Leah, she went on to accuse her father of basically twisting the legacy of the family to serve his own greed. And after him giving her a speech about why he created a table with an incline so everyone looking at him would be looking up at a man, he gave her a warning. Called her little girl and everything. He was like, little girl, so long as you know who sits at the head of this table, as long as you know that, you can keep your feet under this table. Yes, he did. See, Teddy's grandparents, they come from humble beginnings. And they passed a generation of wealth down to him. And I believe that's why he's probably feeling so entitled to do whatever he wants, to get what he wants, because he's always had it good. He's always had it like that. He didn't have to really fight for anything. You know what I'm saying? He just taking that money and flipping it and making it do what it do. But what Teddy didn't expect was Leah returning to present him a whole file of all his shady business deals, threatening to report him in order for him to retire so that she can take over and run the business. Not only has her father let his greed take over, but he didn't keep his promises to stick to building up the black community, something that Leah Hart is set on. At least that's what she say. But the way that she was coming across the people that she seems are beneath her, for example, Angela, couldn't possibly make me believe that she is really for the black community. Maybe the upscale, maybe the bougie black community, but not for everyone else. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. She tried it. But I am not convinced. But anyway, both the DuPonts and the Franklins, they've always had it good. So good that while out playing basketball together, Raymond, he's having a conversation with his son, and he's telling him basically that he would like him to attend the kingship induction ceremony with him. Evidently being like a part of that would give Quincy the opportunity to be able to see black men, all type of black men like his father who are doing very well for themselves. Because throughout Raymond's entire life, he always grew up around the most privileged, the most prestigious black men, who were a part of this kingship organization, which is also what he wants his son to soon become a part of. And I think he said it was like over 100 years. That's when it started, like over 100 years ago. The kingship, they held the line in the African American community. And during the inductee ceremony, you could really tell that they don't come to play. These fellas don't come to play. It's like black excellence on another level. And it was even coming off a little secretive, but still yet very structured, powerful, prestigious, kind of like royalty. Something that the DuPonts and the Franklins seem to take very seriously. But back to Angela, who was at home drinking, having some wine, with Josephine and Aunt Piggy. Angela, she was trying to find a way to get in good with Leah because rubbing elbows with the Franklins would be very beneficial for her business. And while contemplating ways to prove to Leah that she isn't just some ratchet ass chick from Boston, she received a hand delivered party invite. Knock, knock, who's there? Along with that invite were a pair of red bottles to replace the heels she broke at the fundraiser. Girl, child, man, Lance, who owns a construction company, didn't waste no time showing Angela just how much he's interested in her. And it was short notice, but who the heck is going to turn down an invite from Tyreek Chapman? Not me. Red bottoms or flats, I would have been there. But yeah, at that event, they did share a steamy kiss that night too. They seemed to be getting real close. They was revealing to each other some of their background to each other, and for her not to know Tyreek too well, she seemed to be swept off of her feet, didn't she? Y'all let me know. I was like, what? Y'all kissing like that already? But anyway, we talking about Tyreek here, aka Lance. But you know what? I guess a sexy black man and a new pair of red bottoms would do it for any girl, right? But towards the end of the episode, Angela was preparing, for her first Grace Steve's event, which Leah is about to become chapter president, taking over her mother's role. And Angela, she's full of ambition. She's determined to climb the social ladder in Oak Bluffs, starting with attending the club meeting, which again was created to build up black women and black communities. But her daughter, she definitely wasn't for it. She wasn't for it at all. She didn't see why her mother had to drag her to the event. She knows she's grounded. She would rather stay at home in her bed, locked away. Nikki, who rather would have stayed at home, she is actually cheering for her mother's success. She just, I think, hates the fact that she's been uprooted from her friends back at home because moving around as it is can be hard on a teenager. But then add to that the fact that Angela is trying to introduce her to a totally different social group, different crowd, different community, private school. Nikki doesn't seem to fit into anything up there. So that can be a lot, to throw at a teenager. So I see why she's coming off as that. But blaming her mother for the reason why she was smoking and drinking on the boat, too far. Too far. But anyways, this ball, the grand illumination ball that comes at the end of the summer, that's when Angela will know if she's been voted in the sisterhood. And I put that in, yeah. But yeah, she did get one nomination. It came from her sis, from her homegirl Josephine. But she also lied about her mother's past. Still yet, she's still hoping, that she'll get a chance, that she'll get in where she fit in with the Gracedies. But at the event, everything wasn't going according as planned. The stylist. Where is the doggone stylist? How you hire a top stylist and they fail to show up? But never fear, because Angela is here. She done came through, saved day. She done made an executive decision to step in as the hairstylist just like her mother did before her. Angela died and fried and laid the hair on those models to the side. But did Leah appreciate any of it? Nope, not at all. She did the exact opposite, in fact, and more. Trying to shame Angela in front of everyone. Leah done dropped tea on Angela's family for the entire club to hear. Now, everybody knows the truth that Angela's mother was a maid who was also arrested for intent to distribute. I was like, say it is so. Say it isn't so that Mama Eve was a drug dealer and a hairdresser on the side. She was getting down like that. But from what Leah was saying, Eve was slinging drugs out of her makeshift salon. But keep in mind, y'all, that this club is supposed to represent building up women, black women. And here Leah was tearing down and humiliating another black woman, a black sister, in front of everybody, leaving Angela running home in tears. I was like, this family child. But let's get to the good part. Let's get to the good part. Thanks to Josephine, her friend, working as a DA, she was able to locate the case files on Angela's mother's arrest. And along with those files was a videotape of Angela's mother pleading for Teddy Franklin to let the authorities know that she wasn't selling drugs. And seeing that tape, of course, followed by another flashback of her father, Angela soon realized that Teddy is her pappy. Again, I'm like, say it ain't so. So, of course, Angela, she has a lot of questions. Mainly, why did her mother hide that property from her? Why didn't Teddy look out for her and her mother? Angela was like, I'm about to get to the bottom of this mystery. So, the very next day, she paid a visit to Leah to retrieve her wig that she let Leah use. But not only for that, she was going to pluck the hairs out of the wig, the fibers, to do a DNA test to see if they might be siblings. It was quite obvious that Miss Eve isn't who her daughter thought she was. And it also seems everyone else might be withholding some secrets from Angela, including, I was about to say Miss Piggy. Aunt Piggy. But yes, again, we hear Leah claiming to be all for the black woman, telling Angela that her mission is to build up a community of sisterhood. Yet she was staring at Angela with disdain as if Angela had crossed her in the past. Leah didn't seem to convince Angela, nor I, that all black women, again, were included in this sisterhood. Leah was like, I'm sorry, Angela was like, we do the same thing just differently. We're two sides of the same coin, Angela told Leah. In response to that, Leah said two very different sides of the same coin. And I don't know what y'all took that as, but was that Leah's way of letting her or letting us know that she knows the truth behind Angela and her mother? I'm not sure. But on the last scene when Angela's father was driving away, a little black girl named Leah was in the back seat. Could that little Leah be Angela's sister, making Lauren Nikki's cousin? If what Angela is thinking is true, that could bring a whole new meaning of coming back to secure the crown for her mother. She got you, Mama Eve. Your daughter got you. She's like, I got you, Mama. But yes, that is my review on season 1, episode 1, premiere, reparations. Our kind of people, and it premiered on Fox on the 21st. So if y'all haven't started watching it, make sure you get caught up on episode 1 and episode 2. Episode 3 starts next week. I'm gonna upload my review on episode 2 either later this evening or tomorrow. Again, please like and share the video and let me know what you thought about the show in the comments or any of the storylines that we spoke on. Please and thank you very much. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times. Bye.